Picture this. You've had a fight with your boss. You start to freak out and tune into the worry channel. Your thoughts go in a loop like this. What if he fires me? I was really hoping to buy a house this year. What if I don't get another job? What if this destroys my career? It can really take off. Whether you beat yourself up for a mistake you made last week, or you fret about how you're going to succeed tomorrow, overthinking everything can be harmful. Your inability to get out of your head will leave you in a constant state of anguish. Of course, everyone overthinks a situation occasionally. But if you are a true overthinker, you will struggle to quieten the constant noise of thoughts in your head. The human brain has 100 billion neurons, each neuron connected to 10,000 other neurons. Sitting on your shoulders is the most complicated object in the known universe. And yet, we somehow always get caught in the internal battlefield of the mind. One famous study called "A Wandering Mind is an Unhappy Mind" asked thousands of people to report their mental focus and mood at random times throughout their day, and concluded that people are thinking about what is not happening almost as often as they are thinking about what is happening. The researchers also concluded that doing so generally makes people unhappy. This activity in the brain is caused by an internal social network designed to keep yourself from thinking about, well, anything, called the DMN or the default mode network. The default mode network lights up in brain scanners when scientists tell their subjects not to do anything in particular. Think of it as an automatic mental program that runs when there's nothing more important going on, and it's designed to force us to think about our place within the world, to make sense of all things related to me, myself, and I. While sometimes overthinking can help us come with creative solutions to a problem, other times it is a cause of frustration, anxiety, and sometimes can lead to mental disorders. But why do we overthink in the first place? Let's take a look at the top 4 reasons. Number 1. We overthink things because it gives us the illusion of control and keeps our helplessness at bay. More than any other painful emotion, human beings seem to have an especially difficult time with helplessness. We hate feeling helpless. Even though one may not do anything to help or be able to due to some situations outside your control, one tends to think a lot and worry a lot and ruminate a lot. Because while it's not always helpful, thinking almost always feels helpful. Number 2. Perfectionists end up overthinking as a way to distract from having to feel less than perfect about their work. If you convince yourself that there's more that you need to do, that means there is more you need to think about. And that means less time having to feel inadequate and imperfect. If you struggle with perfectionism, there is a good chance your overthinking problem is an emotional tolerance problem. Number 3. Most people with a severe habit of overthinking develop the habit early in life, often as a child, as they usually developed it because at the time it was the only way they had to deal with scary, difficult experiences. For example, as a child of an abusive parent, the habit of worrying obsessively about what would happen if dad came home drunk and beat you up might have served a very useful function then of keeping you safe or out of harm's way. But here's the thing, the initial cause of overthinking is often very different than the maintaining cause, and that creates sadness and agony as one grows older. Number 4. Some people get stuck in the habit of overthinking because it has secondary or non-obvious benefits. For example, some people maintain their habit of overthinking because it leads to sympathy and pity from other people in their lives, which feels good. Overthinking can also be an excuse for procrastinating or avoiding decisions. If you tell yourself you can't make a decision because maybe you haven't thought enough about it, then you can't even be blamed for making a bad decision. In short, overthinking is like a vacuum of some kind. It sucks you in. It removes you from active participation. The more we are engaged in overthinking, the less are we actually doing things in the physical environment. Because we feel vulnerable about the future, we keep trying to solve problems in our head. Becoming self-aware can go a long way in helping you deal with overthinking in the long term. Pay a little more attention. Say something like, "I'm feeling kind of anxious and uncomfortable. Where am I? Am I all in my head? Maybe I should go take a walk and see what happens." You have to recognize your brain is in overdrive mode and then try to snap out of it. Do something in real time and real life rather than sitting and thinking. Remember that by worrying about something constantly, you are literally asking your brain to think more about it. Wouldn't it be great to maybe not think at all and just stop? Just remember that you won't overcome the habit of overthinking in a few days. But with repeated practice, you will teach your mind to be calm during times of stress and not go into overdrive. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.